Welcome back after a wonderful weekend. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I was again out running and playing in the mountains. This time, no rattlesnakes to scare me out of my own shoes. So that was a good thing. I was very cognizant. There was plenty of lizards out and birds and other critters, but no rattlesnakes hissing at me like I had on Friday morning. So I wanted to share with you. I've been listening to a lot of different podcasts, and there was a quote that I really enjoyed. I heard last week on, I believe it was Lewis Howes or Rachel Hollis's podcast. I can't remember now, but there's a French philosopher, John Paul Sartre, who said that life is a C between a B and a D. And so it took me a second as I'm running, trying to just thinking about it. I was like, okay, so B is birth, D is death, and C is choice. So it's between birth and death. So life is full of C's, so full of choices. And it just helps resonate with me on, I'm glad that you guys are choosing health and learning about breathing and how you can relax and calm down your body, because that is something that we can take with us. I often tell the story that when we are toddlers, we learn to walk a certain way. And then as we grow up, our walking changes. And as we have different life stressors, our walking pattern alters more and more and more. And so as that happens, we're not really cognizant of it unless we have a very obvious injury. But when we are older, sometimes we wouldn't say our walking is the greatest. We'd say that we have a limp, or maybe we don't feel as fluid, those types of things. But you can work on walking. You can change that. Same thing with your breathing. The way you breathe when you were a kid, a toddler, is very different than you breathe now. When you're a kid, you're roly-poly, things move, but we stop breathing that way, and we get tighter and tighter and tighter. I often hear that people say that you're tight because of it's arthritis and degeneration. I can take someone in one session and show how much flexibility they get just by learning how to decrease the muscle tone through breathing to allow them to open up. So it's a whole different way of thinking. So one thing that I often work with people is they'll come in and they say, oh, I have tight hamstrings, and I'll lay them down and we'll go through this breathing, because I'll do it on a table like the table I have behind me. And we'll go through it, and all of a sudden they can lift their hamstrings up. And so it's a matter of allowing the pelvis to rotate back into neutral and the low back to let go. So tonight, because I had my little fall, trip over this rattlesnake last week, and I was having some issues, I thought it would be good to have us work today on allowing our pelvis to feel it rotate. So I'll often ask people, can you tuck your butt under you? A lot of people can't do that. Some people can, but can you relax your low back to allow it to tuck under you as you're doing the breathing? So we're going to kind of do a little before and after test. So as you're sitting here right now, I want you to see, is it really easy for you to tuck your butt under you? And when you do it, are you crunching here, or can you let that go and allow your side abs to kind of come down to allow your butt tuck under? Something good to see. And then let's go through the breathing and see if that changes for you at all. So our focus today will be really letting all of this area go right down, and same thing in our back. So front and back, think of the whole release along your front and along your back, and see if that allows us to rotate our pelvis back and forth by the time you're done. Some people can feel that difference, and sometimes people need to lie down to feel that difference, but let's try it sitting. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to get our low back all the way to the chair back. We're going to see how far you can let that butt kind of just roll under you. See if you can get that low back to flatten up. We'll get our feet flat on the ground, and then our knees kind of at the level of our hips. If you need something even under your foot to get your knees at the level of hips, go ahead and grab that book. Get your trusty straw. If you have one, cut it in half if you can, just to make it easier for you to hold the straw between your lips without your teeth touching it. So the 4 steps that we're going to go through tonight, we're going to breathe in through the nose, pause a second, blow out through the mouth, and then hold your breath and pause 3 seconds. Hi, Laura. And Let me demonstrate for you just for a second, and then we'll get started. Here we go. Okay, so I was really cognizant and focusing on the front and the back going down so that my pelvis becomes free to move at will. It really takes a little bit of letting go of that low back and buttocks that we've practiced before. So let's go ahead and get your butt all the way back. Let your back go all the way against your chair back, tailbone curl under. If you can, close your eyes just to get rid of any distractions in your room. Let's put one hand on your chest, the other hand on your belly, and here we go. Now you breathe in your nose to your throat, pause, and blow out. Hold. 2, 3, gentle breath in your nose to your throat, pause, and blow out. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Pause and blow out. Feel your chest drop down. Feel your sternum drop in and your belly spill out. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your shoulders down and relaxed. Pause and blow out. Feel your chest drop down and in, ribs drop down, let your belly out and hips relax. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your shoulders down. Pause and blow out. Feel your chest drop down and in. Feel your pecs release as your armpits soften and your belly relaxes. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your shoulders down and relaxed. Pause and blow out. Feel your sternum drop down and in. Feel your armpits soften to allow your ribs to drop down. Your low back lets go. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your shoulders down and chest down. Pause and blow out. Feel the chest drop down and in. Feel your ribs drop down as your buttocks settles further into the chair and your low back lets go. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your shoulders down and neck relaxed. Pause and blow out. Feel your sternum drop down. Feel your side ribs go down as your belly spills out, your low back relaxes, and you settle further into that chair. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Pause and blow out. Feel the chest drop down and in. Feel the sternum let go as your ribs drop down, belly comes out, and hip muscles release. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your neck relaxed. Pause and blow out. Visualize your chest dropping down, creating a cylinder throughout your ribs as your belly opens up instead of pinching off at the bottom. Hold. 2, 3, gentle breath in your nose to your throat, breathing in to your throat only. Pause and blow out. Feel your sternum drop down and in. Your ribs drop down as the front of your hips let go and your tailbone relaxes. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your shoulders down. Pause and blow out. Feel the wave going through you from your collarbone, down your ribs, all the way to your hips and thighs. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat. Think about filling your throat or a guttural feel in your throat. Pause and blow out. Feel the chest drop down and in. Feel the ribs drop down as your belly button comes out and your tailbone lets go. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your armpits relaxed as you inhale. Pause and blow out. Feel the chest drop down and in. Feel the ribs drop down as the front of your hips let go and your tailbone and buttocks relax. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat, keeping your neck and shoulders relaxed. Pause and blow out. Feel the chest drop down, the ribs drop down, and belly relaxes. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat. Pause and blow out. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in your nose to your throat. Pause and blow out. Hold. 2, 3. Gentle breath in. Pause and blow out. And great. So now, as you sit up, see if you can feel a difference in your pelvis. Is it easier for you to move it? Is it easier to go side to side, forward and back? So that's what you're working on, is to allow the low back to relax and some of your rectus muscles to relax, so you're not guarding, but allow things to let go so that you gain that mobility back. You can make changes in your mobility within minutes. You have that power in you. It's a matter of choosing, as we talked about, choosing to learn how to change your body and how it feels. Hope you had a great time tonight. Can't wait to see you again tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.